When we last left off, our intrepid heroes made their way through the haunted forest and into the domain of the Queen of Winter, Archfey, and it seems quite a lonely lady, as it would turn out later. They met a quite charming young Fey, Autumn's Herald, at the gates, and talked with him at length, were invited up to the keep after surrendering their weapons, and then told to watch their step as they entered. The party decided to split up, and half of them just walked through like normal people, and half of them flew over. This caused the party to accidentally split the timeline around what was supposed to be a fairly innocuous prank on Autumn's part, but he thought this was fucking cool, so he just went with it. And half of you ended up in a timeline where the Winter Queen was a frigid skeleton, and half of you ended up in the normal timeline where she was asleep and waiting for her waifus to arrive. The party got the chance to talk with some people from distant lands. Then, as is often the case, decided to resort to violence and beat up Autumn's Herald. Or not, in this case. Nahia got her ass beat, and then Hashat picked him up and shook him violently. At that point, he revealed the truth that he had stolen the Winter Queen's part over Autumn as she was sitting here basically alone, and decided to play a prank on all of her friends as they showed up, and was summarily forced to return the heart whence it came, and then got sat down in the bad boy corner. And that is where we
He
pick
was a
up.
very bad boy.
He was kind of a dick. Yes, Nahia has acquired Selvresta. Selvresta has acquired the Winter Queen. Hashat has acquired a measure of diplomacy with the Winter Fae at the expense of Cass having to spend a day every year up here, which, could be worse.
Actually, I believe we actually negotiated for the Queen to come visit.
Right. You negotiated for Cass to still have to spend a day with the Queen at a location. Which, he's into. It could be worse. She's pretty hot. Or rather, pretty cool.
I'm going to turn this into a holiday.
Yeah.
Do a
Yes.
domain holiday.
Turn your domain into a winter wonderland for a week or so every year.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You know, it could be like that. Like the ice hotel in northern Sweden.
There's the winter night fair. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably when she will turn up each year, in fact. Yeah, that is where we left off. There is still a party afoot, but you are no longer trapped in timey-wimey hell. You can do as you please.
There seemed to be something on this map. Do you have like a fucking dynamic layer active, Savin?
I should not. No.
Yeah, because I'm trying to grab a hold of the map, and I can't.
That's weird. Maybe refresh.
Yeah.
It works on my machine.
Yeah, normally I just hit middle mouse button and drag, and I get the moving around thing. But
yeah, no, that's not working for me either. Just have to right mouse to drag.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking if you have a light. Usually I can't do that when you got dynamic lighting on.
Nope. Hold on, I'm gonna just boop you over to the main page. You can see if that works over there. I don't think it does, though.
Yeah, it does.
Fucking weird.
Okay, now it did that, did it?
Excellent. We fixed it, everybody.
Okay, sorry about that. Nahia would love to take part in a winter-themed holiday. Doesn't fucking Nahia hate the cold?
No, she's from Ervanen.
No, she grew up in Ervanen, the coldliest place, and she has a great big fire on her at all times, so she's fine. I don't think
Yes,
that she
but
likes being completely submerged in cold. She certainly wouldn't go, winter swimming, but she'd go in the sauna after.
okay, no, but that's the thing. Oh, she's from the north, but yeah, that doesn't matter. You can be from the fucking north and still hate the cold.
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna avoid like ice cold water, like being submerged in it, but like she hasn't
Okay.
got an issue with it in particular. She's always walking around with a cozy fire.
Well, that's good. Just, whoop. Okay, what the fuck? God damn it. There we go. I moved Ursula and the entire map just jumped to the bottom.
As you do.
I rolled 20, so well coded. God damn it.
Only the best developers.
The best developers you could buy, you could run for a fucking subway foot long. I'm not joking. I think I could actually just start learning coding and be a better fucking dev than these fuckers. But anyway, so I'm just gonna motion up to the porker here and see what's good.
Oh, hello, Ursula. The enormous wolf woman will reach down and give you a pat on the head. How are your friends doing?
Well, the negotiation went better. Managed to at least remind of certain rules that normally the fate's supposed to be all about. I say normally, but she just turns back and eyes the fucking Autumn Herald. Some are apparently not adhering to it.
I'm not entirely sure she's really a fae. Or he, whatever. And even if he is, I don't think all fae obey the same rules. They're all different courts and all.
How many courts are
Indeed.
there?
Well, there's 4 seasons, and I know the summer and the winter courts, so presumably there's at least 2 more.
That's true, but even a visiting from other courts would adhere to the rules set by the other courts, correct?
Carrie shrugs. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm not a fae.
Yeah, mostly the fact that I was apparently holding a goddamn cold iron weapon, so
And that's why I don't think he's really a fae at all.
yeah. tricky one for sure. But
Which gives me some ideas as to what he might be, but I can't say for sure. I'm not about to go using a divine sense pulse in here, 'cause that'll make me go blind.
oh yeah, that no, like Morris right over there. You just see jack shit.
Oh, I mean, that'd probably be fine. I'm a Morganite after all.
No, that is true. By the way, do you have the dark shadow thingy still
The what?
warbling around in there? Do you have your other Morgan warbling around in your shadow still?
I've never had a Morgan warbling in my shadow. The fact that your friend can just pop her out of thin air is pretty neat. But
Well,
I can't.
last time she tried to do that before you, remember? And there was some sort of apparent movement or Morgan-esque thingies, shadow stuff going on.
Well, if anything happened inside my cloak, I didn't see it, because she will pull the cloak around herself. It's behind me.
Yeah, but
She will take the cloak off, in fact, and give it a couple shakes. Ori, you in there? Shake, shake, shake. Ori! Shake.
hey, if she's anything like armor, she's not gonna actually answer that.
Well, then I don't know what to tell you.
This is a very rare and unique opportunity. So, if you have any do you have any like connection to your Morgan?
I can cast spells.
No, I mean like makes like pokes her head, like talk brain, or like talk with your bird, or something like
I don't
Nahia does.
have a bird, and no, I can't just talk to the gods. That's weird. It's not how that works. I can pray to them, and theoretically they listen.
Okay, can you do is like silent prayer in your head to just send them a message somehow?
I suppose I can try, if you would give me a few minutes.
Well, I would ask you though that I would like for you to, I don't know how you prayed for your Morgan. I just literally just go over to her, just talk to her. But if you could just tell her that this is a very rare, unique opportunity that might not ever happen again. So if she wants to take the one chance she has to in this case, because if she's actually developed her own, self, she has a sister now here. Just actual sister family. And right now we're somewhere in between here, so it would be like a unique chance for her to, meet her.
I can pray that message along, but Morgan is reclusive. She doesn't come out and talk much to people. So I'm not
Yeah, but
sure she'll take any opportunity.
yeah, but we're like I just dance towards the Morgan.
Yeah,
Morgan,
I get it. It's just
she's
I know.
I know she's also people shy. She's also people shy, but that's what I was saying. It's like
I know.
it's not just regular
I'll
people.
do my best, but I can guarantee nothing. When the gods answer prayers, it's usually just in the form of spells for the day. Kieran will hand off
Before you do that,
any doggo.
do you have a candon?
A what?
Oh, so, domain of forging, of crafting.
Actually, Scout, what god does have the Forge domain?
Wayland and Adamant both are pretty much respected in either duty. It just depends which way you lean towards, be it weapons or tools.
Fair enough. Well, we've had 2 gods that have the Forge domain. There's old Goater herself, Asmund, and then there's Grumpy Uncle Waylon.
Wait, you have it split up?
Yeah, it's a minor domain, you know.
No, he like the dwarven god of forging secrets. It's like
What's a dwarf?
it's a pretty point itself. I'm a dwarf.
Oh, you're adorable. I like dwarves.
Well, I'm okay. This is actually quite weird because my mom was a dwarf. My dad wasn't. He was complicated, which I actually discovered not long ago. He was a simulacrum of a knowledge demon in the form of a cat folk.
I'll carry. Well, that's pretty weird. I don't know what any of that shit means, but whatever they produced was pretty cute.
Well, no, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, I'm gonna go pray to Mori. And maybe she'll turn up, but probably not.
Well, hopefully,
I really
hopefully.
wouldn't hold your breath.
I'm not gonna hold my breath. That's just weird.
Kiri giggles, gives you another head pat, hands tiny doggo off to her husband. We'll go sit down on the side here, kneel, and begin praying.
I just looks at Cass as like, you guys don't have like my race in your wherever the hell you from.
Alright, so I'm from a different world than she's from in the first place.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
from Elysia. She's from Saris. And she, he'll point over to this lady, is a fae. So I guess she's from here, kinda.
Okay. I know Feywild exists somewhere. I've heard it's magical, weird, everyone dies kind of place.
I mean, it's not that bad. It's kinda nice if you know what you're doing.
It's nice if you're a Fey, probably.
Are we in the Feywild right now?
Are you asking that to Cass? Oh,
Sure, why not?
wander over.
Wait, are you asking that to Cassa or Cassidy? Can't use Cass because
That's true.
both are Casses.
As the one who's speaking.
Cassa.
But you mumbled the end there. Cassa or Cassidy?
Cassa.
Okay. He will look over as you and your kitty approach. I think so. I mean, probably.
The Feywild is wibbly wobbly and is kind of everywhere and nowhere.
Yeah, it's a good explanation for it. It's also divided up into, the 4 quartz domains. We are definitely in the Winter Court's domain, but whether we're in the Feywild or if we're in, he will lean into Ursa. Where are you from?
Oh, I thought you said Dursa. Who the fuck is Dursa? Iona?
Iona.
Yeah, we could be in Iona or we could be in the Feywild. Genuinely don't
Well,
know.
we entered the forest in Iona, but
That doesn't
now
mean
we're
anything.
here. Exactly. Well, the forest we entered in is kind of known to be haunted and also full of fairies.
Cassa will do a one-handed air quote, and Maeve will also vaguely wave her arms like quoting.
The forest is also divided in half. There's a summer half and a winter half. Obviously, we came in from the winter half.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Anyway, back to the question at hand. No, we don't have dwarves in Saris, and Alesia's basically all elves all the way down.
So dwarves are unique to Iona, then?
Unique to this world insofar as any worlds I've traveled to, which is not many.
Well, so far, 2 out of 3 don't have.
Well, you got something unique to brag about.
Well, it's not. I was gonna say it's not so much to brag about. We sort of had a point of mass cultural genocide and stuff like that happened. So
Oh, everywhere has that.
well, that's true.
Unfortunately, one thing I've
Right.
discovered is that mass murder is kind of a universal constant in all the planes.
Well, that's good.
Not really.
No, that's bad.
Wait. Oh, sorry. What? I thought you said it. I thought that you said it's bad.
I mean, yeah, mass murder is bad, but it's also a universal constant.
Oh. Oh, you mean how the fall of the elves in our land? I guess that's one. That's something. Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Meanwhile, in Saris, all the elves either died off or migrated to Alicia because they had a big fight with the dragons.
Good old dragon.
Yeah.
I'm still not really sure who won that fight, if there were a winner.
Do you know who picked the fight?
Nope. I would guess the elves.
I'm not to be that leans in and said I'm sort of our big thing happened because elves were assholes.
Yeah, that's also kind of a universal constant.
Though you said Alicia, Elysian Steel Alicia.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. Darn.
Will wobble the dagger in his belt.
Yeah, it's mostly because we have some just notes and sparse notes about the freaking soundless metal of Elysian Steel.
You should probably keep that to yourself. We're not supposed to go spreading that around. Not that I care, but other people might. Cass will cast a glance down towards this fellow over here, who's wearing a massive blue and black robe. Some people are real sticklers for the rules.
Well, that's the thing. It's information, like as far as information about it. It's not the fact that
Yeah,
No,
and some
we-
people wouldn't want you to have that, so mum's the word, huh?
okay.
There's a lot of things that a lot of conversations in this place that's aren't going to be leaving this place.
Smart cow.
Although, how's your currency? In
What?
was it how's your currency in like what is it?
What's your money like?
Ceres?
Well, that depends on where you go in Ceres. It's not like a united planetary government. In the place where Kiri and I live, well, that's kind of fucked up. Next question. The continent where Kiri and I live, they mostly trade in Electrum coins. They're good for alchemy like that.
And
Why was the first part fucked up?
Kiri and I come from a town that's sort of a magic black hole.
That doesn't sound very good.
I mean, it wasn't good for a while, but it's a lot better now. But that place also is full of vampires and dragons and horrible monsters and stuff. So we have a lot more magic items, and we trade in gold rather than electrum.
okay, so different places, different like just guess the dash out there and just for comparison, like electrum, like the metal of silver and gold together.
Right. But meanwhile, up north, these days they mostly trade in rubies.
In rubies?
Yeah.
Excuse you, what?
Where do you find so many rubies?
Actual rubies?
Yeah, like the ruby gems. I mean, really tiny ones, but they kind of burned out all of their, like, gold and silver and stuff on alchemy and magic items. And a lot of their residium, too. But they struck it rich on rubies. Apparently one of Kiri's sisters found a dragon made of ruby. Or something like that.
A dragon made of rubies?
Or something. I didn't catch the full story. I'm not sure she knows either.
Huh. Like, do you have any, like, actual of those coins for
Yeah, sure.
comparison?
Casa will take one of his earrings off, which is just a little ruby teardrop. Considerably smaller than your pinky nail, and hand it to you.
Oh, no, I was not the rubies. I was actually talking about the coins, like
Electrum?
minted coins.
Yeah, sure, I guess. He will just reach into his wallet and dump out a handful of pocket change.
Oh, yeah, like,
Most of them are either gold coins stamped with a strange, what looks like a hereditary symbol of a pair of dragons, or electrum coins which have a crowned dragon on them.
wow, these are just gets out our silver, gold, silver and gold coins and doing comparison. Like, well, you put in a lot more artistry than ours have.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know how your country, kingdom, continent, whatever functions, but where we're from, at least, there's a single continent-spanning kingdom, and it's got its shit together. Huge mint in the capital.
Well, that's good. We have multiple breakings, so they can't really do a single main value. So they just go on the actual percent value and purity of the coins until we can. Well, yeah, until we can actually establish that, I don't know, a design? I don't know what to call it.
There's been a lot of civilizations over the many years, so there's lots of different coinages floating around.
Yeah, see, where Kiri and I are from, it pretty much went straight from, like, letterless barbarians to the Eternal King, so pretty consistent.
There was the Elven realm that fell over. There was the Minothans that also fell over. Before them, there was the Lang spiders. I don't know if they had a currency, actually. I've never actually encountered. They kind of got scrubbed out, like
There's the Baelish.
gone.
They were the humans.
Oh yeah, the Baelish. Yeah, the humans. Before that, there was this dragon empire. We found a couple of caches of their currency. They used like gold and silver, but it also had like jewels in all of the coin, like embedded in every single coin. Great, very valuable.
Look at this Lord Nerd right next to you.
They traded in slave contracts. That's harsh.
Cassidy will nod. Yeah, they would sell, like, a 1/100th of a slave for a sandwich.
How do you do that? How does that work?
Snip.
Is it like a timeshare?
Yeah. Basically.
Huh.
Or more like it was a token of how much productivity that slave made. So if you owned a certain slave's, like, 1/100th of his contract, then 100th of whatever he produced was yours.
Huh. So if a slave makes baskets, every 100 baskets, you would get one of them.
Right.
Huh. That's really strange.
That's not really different from, having a share in something.
Yeah, it's basically stock. But in people.
I guess that explains why there's no Lang coins around.
Yeah, I think they were just on paper.
I don't think anyone's even ever found like a living one. We found that one once in that place. That place didn't really exist. Or did it exist? I actually don't remember.
Well, even so, you're willing to trade 2 of these, what is it, electrums for gold? Because these are stupidly pretty.
Sure, I'll make that trade. Weigh one of your gold coins, then nod. Yeah, that should be fine. Hand that off to his daughter, who will begin playing with it.
God damn it. Fucking wrist twitch and try to click on Ursula and open Nahia instead.
So, hey, do you guys have airships around here?
Yeah, there are airships.
Yes! See, we have them where I'm from, but Kieran says that I'm making it up. I keep telling her, no, they totally exist. It's totally possible.
Well, yeah, they do exist. They're
Not
the older version.
Not everyone has them though.
Well, yeah, I mean that'd be really expensive.
The old, like, was the Lion Fang there was one of the first ships around, right?
One of the first ship. You guys do have like oceans, right, with normal boats? Or is it
Of
like
course, yeah.
the chaos where oh okay.
No, Cass, you. How long ago was it made, the Lion Fang?
Like almost 100 years, 75 years ish.
Yeah, so that one is the oldest. There are newer, more advanced ones.
But you
But
do
it's
have airships, which means everywhere except Saris has them. Which means my wife's a primitive. Seems weirdly proud of this fact.
well. It just looks over Carrie's gear. Does her stuff look primitive?
I mean, stuff made out of magic doesn't count. We're talking airships, like actual technology. Stuff made by a weird mouse person who lives under the snow does not count at all.
A
Plus,
mouse
most of
person.
Carrie's gear is like fucking, like weirdly ultra magical, but only when it's within the one realm.
Yeah, but Hedrah said carry.
Ah.
Yeah, there's like up in the north some master craftsmen who can make anything, apparently. Anything from guns and cannons to the most powerful magic hammer that's ever been built.
What?
What?
I don't know what those things are.
Don't worry about it.
It just looks over the giant ass hammer. It's like that thing.
Yeah, that thing.
What motherfucker did you rip? Sorry, I'm sorry about that. Like, that's a tooth.
Yeah. From Dragon.
Just been
I
a
don't-
big dragon.
Like, no. Look, that's a molar.
Very big.
Dragons don't have molars.
Oh wait, that hammer? Oh fuck, that hammer.
I
That
don't
hammer
know.
didn't.
She calls it the dragon tooth. I assume it's a dragon tooth. Either way, I really don't want to get squished by it.
Yeah, I've seen the inside of dragon marks. They don't have like those molars are for grinding down things. Dragons don't have those.
Castle spread his hands. Maybe some dragons are vegetarians.
Okay, now you know that's not true. Even you don't believe that.
That's definitely not true.
I think dragons can do whatever they want and be whatever they want. I've seen all sorts of things across all sorts of places. Nothing surprises me anymore. Anyway, you can go ask her if you want. I don't know.
Yeah,
She's just my mom-in-law.
okay. Just yeah, I'm gonna have to start asking because I'm getting quite. No, that's not a dragon's tooth. That's definitely not a dragon's tooth. I've literally been bitten by
Look.
ancient dragons and
I've had dragons on me too. I don't know what to tell you. You
Ha-
gotta ask her. She calls it a dragon tooth.
have you been bitten by one?
I've had dragon mouths on my person, and we don't need to go into any more details, do we, Maeve?
Of course. Of course. You don't need to. You share the name. And just Ice Cassidy, of course, share the name. But yeah, so I'm just. Gosh dang it. Oh no, I'm being flanked.
I know they have combat advantage on you.
Oh no, they can get advantage on head patting.
You can walk over to where Caradwin is currently snoot rubbing a giant frost dragon. The woman beside her, and she seemed to be in conversation. That woman looks like a salamander, plus enormous curling black horns and very large red eyes. Might be a dragon. Can't tell you. Can't say for sure. Either way, Carrie will hear you stepping up on the icy floor and turn, give you a head pat, a nod.
No, well, she has to fucking bend down because she's literally more than double Ursula's height.
Yeah, she was already bent down to rub the dragon snoot since it's like half submerged in the pool. And she just turns around, scruffles your hair, stands up straight. You are up to like barely past her crotch.
How tall is Caradwin?
Gosh, she's 7'6".
Okay, yeah.
She's a big lady.
She's slightly of the taller size.
She is a very big lady, except where your fucking nerds are concerned. In which case, yeah, she's just in the running for Lorge. By the way, she looks down at you and gives you a little up nod.
Hey there, Caradwin. I have a question.
Shoot, what's up?
That's not a real dragon tooth, right?
She glances at the dragon next to her, then remembers that she has her giant hammer on her back. Oh, you mean this? No, it's not an actual dragon's tooth. It's just what I decided to name it, 'cause it does about as much damage as a dragon chomping you. The thing itself came from a beast of darkness.
Right, this squiggly black stuff out of, space?
That sounds like it could have been a beast of darkness, sure. They take all sorts of forms. This one was a giant floating head.
Ha! I knew it.
Well, you've got a good eye for draconic dentistry, I guess.
Well, I've been bitten and fighting and punching them a lot, so I've been bitten by my fair share of dragons, so I know they don't have these kinds of teeth.
Well, dragons come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, so I wouldn't count that knowledge as absolute, but yeah, this one,
Well,
not
let's see.
literally a dragon tooth.
Let's see. You start counting my fingers. ancient earthquake dragon, ancient blood curse dragon, ancient frost blood curse dragon.
Have you ever
Let's
thought about
see.
being friendlier to dragons? Most of them are pretty
Oh,
nice.
And
And
that's the
stop getting
thing.
bit by
We
them.
were not. Yeah, but the first one was because we were trying to save a god. The second one, we were trying to save people trapped. So an entire
You get
section of the
interrupted
world.
like halfway through that sentence as the woman in black circles around and squats down next to you. You were saying you saved a god from a dragon. Tell me more.
Oh, no. We saved a god, but the dragon was her daughter because she was sworn to protect the area. So we had to, do battle to gain access to said god.
Which god? Please, I want to hear the story.
Just reaches behind her back and just pinches the shirt of Cass and slowly pulls it forward. Let me introduce you to Cass, a Cassidy Leolfric. Oh, sorry, no, Cassidy. Shit, what's. Okay, now it's just me being bad at names.
Cassidy Calliston, at your service.
World-renowned scholar and bard, storyteller and weaver of words extraordinaire.
That's me. And I would be happy to tell you a story, Miss. My name is Merstella Skaldnaria. If you can't tell, I'm a dragon, also from Ceres. Cass will give her a smile. Well, I am happy to tell you all sorts of things about our world and our adventures, including that. If you would follow me, we'll sling his lyre out from his back, and Maris will follow him off a ways. He'll begin recounting some of your draconic adventures to her.
Like I said, most of the fights, all of the fights have been for the betterment. We save people on both occasions, and we save just makes a thumb down. The blood curse dragon makes a thumb towards Sarah's what was his fucking name? Sylvester.
Sylvester was cursed, yes, and we did save her from that.
Well, good job with that, I suppose.
Yeah, that's
There
why
was
we're here.
There was that Draco Lich too.
Oh yeah,
The unfortunate.
Yeah.
That one was very sad.
yeah. That's so yeah. Draco Lich too.
A Dracolich. Now that's a worthy foe. Too bad your bard just wandered off. That's a story I'd like to hear.
Well, it takes a while to get to that point, so and he's really good at talking. So
Well, alright. If you want to fob me off on him, I suppose I can go listen in.
well, but that's not that. Before it's gonna take a while to get there. But I have some question. I was talking to I was gonna say Cass, but Cass just went to Casa, and was saying that you were from, well, to use his word, the primitive north.
Well, that's kind of rude, but I am from the
Yes.
north of our world, yes.
The conversation was about airships.
He's
Yeah,
still
just-
on about those. They don't exist. He is making it
Uh,
up.
Yeah, they do. We got them. I hate them
We have flown on several.
occasions.
Caradon
I
will
still hate every time.
slowly breathe out through her nose and reach into her pocket and just take out a rather hefty coin purse and yeet it towards Kiri. God damn it.
A bet? Hmm.
No, okay, no. Sorry for losing your money, but yeah, they're real, and I hate them because they're way off the ground.
Well, I can't say I'm excited to ever see one of them, but I can imagine they're good for traveling.
They're not. Well, yeah.
Oh,
If
you know
you're
what? Here, hang on a second. Let me just. Oh wait, I really shouldn't do Residium anymore. I really shouldn't. I'm trying to lay off. I don't want to just do that to just cast a spell willy nilly.
you know what the hell are you trying to do there, Hashat?
Oh, I was just gonna conjure up an illusion of the airship, of an airship, I suppose.
Out of character. That's a minor illusion. It may pictures with that.
I only have major image on my written down on my spells, but it's not selected because it was a spell I gave. I forgot.
Yeah, and that minor image or something like that. It's like a cantrip.
Minor illusion. It's a. Oh yeah, that is a cantrip. How do you do Residium for a cantrip? Is that like
Just treat it as if it's a first level spell.
okay? I guess a little bit would be fine. Our adventure's almost over anyway. Well, I'll do a tiny bit and do a minor illusion to create an image of the lion fang that we have written on a couple of times.
Oh, that's just a boat with a balloon on it. I was expecting
There's an
flapping wings and stuff.
well, there's an I think there's an alchemical engine or something inside. Well, actually, also hang on a minute. There was also in the elemental chaos, those air folk had their own airships. What did that look like again? Can I adjust this? Or do I can I adjust this or not?
If it's a concentration, you can just flip it over.
It is a duration of 1 minute, so no.
But yeah, there was in the, as Hashat said, in the elemental case, some airports with sleeker ships that were sailing on the wind. Yeah, the
Alright, I'll
newer,
give it to you. That's impressive looking.
the newer ones have some form of elemental infusion, something, magic, blah blah. I'm not the wizard. Apparently, I'm not allowed to do my shapes and circles because apparently that's dangerous. Oops. Even if I'm not a magic user, no, Ursula, you're not allowed to draw shapes. You'll accidentally start summoning things. Blah blah blah.
I mean, I've seen weirder things happen than a tiny bears summoning some sort of horrible monster?
No, I was just looking at shapes, how, when they cast their magic and stuff, just starting to do the shapes. Apparently, it was going towards, oh, you can summon a demon or something with it from the way I was going. I just like the shapes, like drawing stuff.
Yeah, and necromancers like corpses. It can still lead to some freaky things happening.
Yes, but they can cast magic. I hit stuff.
And casting magic is just using symbols in ritual manners.
Yes, but you have to be able to, use magic to be able to do that stuff.
Yeah, so that's not entirely how it works. A wizard can't use magic until he learns how. Till he learns the right shapes. Then he can. It's not like it's in your blood.
Point the thumbs towards Hashat. Yes, it is.
I mean, for some people it is, but it doesn't have to just come from there.
That is strange. Oh well, I was just banned from, what's the word again? Drawing, drawing more advanced geometrical shapes, because apparently I somehow just made, what's it called?
You almost made a summoning circle.
Yes, that was by accident. The one the one that was that Eris took was what was it called? Arcane template for summoning circles. No idea what that actually means. So like, I think it was just for easy reproduction there.
Carrie will nod. Well, either way, you just shouldn't mess with symbols you don't understand. That's all I was trying to say. And if someone tells you you shouldn't, take it from me. Maybe think a little harder about what you're doing.
Oh yeah. Afterwards, I made a like 3-dimensional representation of the energy flow of this world. Made a little statue out of it, and how everything is between the dreams, the planar and the abyss, and all that stuff. But I need to remake it. Oh, I think I still have it somewhere. I have another one I made. Oh, but anyways, getting sidetracked. Your hammer, like you said, it almost hits as hard as a dragon's bite.
That's right. It's a powerful weapon.
No, you got dragon's tooth, and I have this takes out. I got dragon's song here.
Ooh, that's a nice mace.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Used to have a dragon in it.
Yeah, it was the phylactery of, apparently it was the phylactery of the Draco Lich. Just had been walking around with it.
I must preface: the Draco Lich was was accidentally made. She didn't want to become a Draco Lich.
No, she was forced. Her body was confiscated. It was like not confiscated. She was forcefully put into the weapon there, and then her body was dragon body was then used for Draco Lichy making.
That's horrible.
Yeah, but we fixed that.
So I see. Still,
Uh,
the idea that becoming a lich is reversible is news to me.
I wouldn't
What?
say reversible.
Oh,
No,
you said fixed.
We set things right. We didn't fix anything.
Oh, I didn't say we undid it. We just fixed the situation. So, put the Draco Lich down and
We
let
completed.
her soul.
We
Poor
completed.
baby.
We defeated the Lich. Completed an age-old love story between a elf prince and a ancient dragon, and which turned the elf into an elf from a vampire lord. True love's kiss. And
Yeah, you
she
mentioned
found
the
peace.
true love's kiss thing about vampires.
It worked. He stopped being
Yeah.
a vampire, and she passed on to the hereafter.
Well, we'll see how that works back where I'm from. If it does, that could solve a lot of problems.
Yeah. So, you know what they say. I show you mine if you show me yours.
Carrie will heft the hammer up and set it in between the two of you.
Yeah, just give her a flip. Be very careful. I'm not going to take the head, but I flip it over and just.
Yeah,
We'll give it
you
out to
both
her.
understand the magnitude of power you wield. And gingerly transfer weapons. Okay, we'll step
This
back.
this is a solidly heavy bastard, isn't it? Just wheels it.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing only I could wield back then. There are a few others I know who have the strength for it, and I imagine you are among them. Glance between you, Hashat, and the rest. But we're an elite breed.
The Strongs.
She flexes. Her chainmail buckles.
The shot will also flex on reflex.
Oh no, the flex off starting. The flex off is starting.
Oh yeah!
Oh, that's gonna be pretty. Ooh, that's pretty strong. Oh no, you have an expertise in athletics. Oh no. Get fucked!
Nahia,
Although I'm gonna have to say
you're
that it's
flexing.
probably
You're flexing
Nahia
so
is
No, guys.
called by the flexing of hot lady muscle.
I'm tired, but all right. One quick pose down. There you go.
She
I'm
was in
around
fact
and
tired.
present. It's been a long day, and I've spent some of it unconscious.
Yeah, I can see how you would have the strength to wield this hammer. Not that I'm giving it up or anything, but it's nice to feel that I'm not alone in the world.
I miss
Yeah,
my
I can
hammer.
see.
I had to leave it at the front door.
Yeah, but
I can't
you
just
should
call
try
it
it.
back.
Actually, you could.
What?
Well, Ursula just takes off her bracers. There,
Was it?
put these on. Put
These
these
are
on.
yours. What do they do again?
Yeah. It is the bracers that I can call back my weapon into my hand from any distance.
Well, that's fancy. Oh yeah, well, that's really fancy.
Don't you have to
Wait,
attune
don't
to
I have?
those?
Check.
I would be shocked if you didn't, considering, like, how would it know what your weapon was if you just put them on afterwards?
Nope, doesn't say.
All right, fair enough. I can reach your hand out and throw your hammer into your hand.
Sure, why not? Okay.
Okay, be prepared.
well,
it's
that's-
a speed. It's quite a speed.
Is it going to come crashing through a wall?
Oh fucking yes! That's why I said aim at the door.
The door is closed.
There's a hole in the door about a mace size. So
Yeah, you could make it worse.
Maybe I shouldn't. That would be. I feel like that would be kind of rude to
well,
break the door.
Well, you
Or
and
a
I could step
wall.
outside if you want. I wouldn't mind getting to see just how strong you all really are.
oh yeah, seriously.
I guess that would be
I want to
fun.
act. I would like to be hit by this thing because I've been hit by a lot of things that hit really hard.
You
Like
want to get slugged in the face with the giant tooth?
The feeling's mutual. Alright, let's do this.
Yeah. Come on, Hashat. I literally been punched repeatedly into the ground by an ancient earthquake dragon.
Actually, Kiri's hammer was a +3, wasn't it?
My
think it
great
was.
great 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 grandma is pretty strong.
Kiridan will indeed take you all out front. And shot, you can summon your hammer up. Alright.
Nice to see. It's good to have you back.
Which of you wants to tangle first?
Oh, we're actually
Oh,
going to
me.
fight. Oh, we're actually
Me.
fighting.
Well, if you want to feel
Ursula.
what it feels like to get hit with this hammer.
Oh, well, be my
Yeah.
guest. Be my guest, Ursula.
Okay. Well, reach up.
Whoa. Alright, Kiri gets the best initiative of her life, but it's not enough.
So,
She was perpetually at the bottom of the turn order, wasn't she?
That is where she lives, yes.
yes, and
I know that.
was always good because
Hashat knows that feeling. Oh, she's even got
Yes.
the -1 deck, so yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
but the-
it's Kiri.
Yeah.
the difference was though it was always good because that gave the time for all the monsters to move closer.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this monster was already in charging range. Alright, Ursula,
Yeah,
what do?
so let's start with some rage. And then we're gonna go in and then just for the sake of shits and giggles, reckless A attack.
Alright.
So I'm just because it was wanted to be hit by it, so like just gonna give her my person just says, I'm gonna hit you once instead of twice.
Alright. Your
19.
hammer dinks off of her breastplate.
Oh, and it's
Go ahead and try that again. I believe in you. There you go.
24
That'll get through.
for 35 damage.
Ow. Bonk. Alright. she braces her feet down and heaves up this enormous hammer. Let's go to work, Dragon's Tooth. And
I forget how
Bop.
busted. Oh, that's how busted
There's the
Dragon's Tooth
crit.
was.
There's the crit.
There's the crit, and boop. And let's drop a smite on that. Let's see, I guess that'd be actually doubled, so boop.
Okay. Total that all up for me.
Sure. So that's
That's a lot.
16 plus 9 plus 18 plus 6 plus 17 plus 45. 109.
And some of them have to.
Yeah, you do get half all of that.
Yeah. So 100.
That would have knocked me on
Okay.
my ass in one go.
Yeah, I got knocked on.
111.
Speaking of getting knocked on your ass,
Yeah, Ursula gets just smashed into the ground for
you get cratered.
50. Yeah, so 55 damage.
And then goes the hammer. Bonk.
And an extra.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. Boop. Boop. There's another crit. Now we smite again. Boop.
Okay.
It's a solid 85 from the
So 42.
third hit. Yep. Don't forget the middle hit.
And make a strength saving throw to not get.
I mean, she's still on
punted.
her ass. She's already prone. Can't get any proner.
Well,
And
no, that's for the
boop.
the thunderous smite is a punting.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Carrie has more than enough speed to just walk up there. And one last little love tap.
And then minus.
It turns out the most dangerous thing in the world to Ursula is just fucking giant dog beepers. I've
Yeah.
never seen Ursula that hurt in a long time. A long time.
Ooh.
Yeah, but that was more than one hit.
Yeah, that was. I mean, she was expecting a big old fight. And yeah, she'll finish just pile driving Ursula 4 times and stands back, rolls her shoulders. All right, let's see what you can do.
Just Ursula stands up back again. Okay. That was more than one time.
She grins.
I think you left a dent in the floor.
The fact the doors has still goddamn stand, it should be a goddamn shot.
I mean, Carrie's faced bosses before. She is now hearing boss music, but
Okay. Like I said, because you did that more than one time.
we're drinking
Okay.
potions. All right, you're sure.
I could have just cast a healing spell on you.
Don't drink potions.
Hey, was just gonna be hit by it once. That was more than one attack. That was.
I thought we were fighting.
I said I want to be hit by it once. I was
You
nice
didn't
enough
say
to let you
once.
be. Yes, I
You
did.
said you wanted to be hit by it.
Uh-huh.
You were not specific.
Very well, then.
Come on. She'll give you like the little Bruce Lee. Come on.
Very well. Reckless.
All right. You hit.
Grappled. And you are now an improvised object.
Whee!
Yeet! Interpol.
All right. Make an athletics check. Carried weighs an absolute fuck ton.
Doesn't matter. She's still an improvised weapon.
That's not how that works. No, you do have to see how far you can throw her. Otherwise, I'll just say her range as a thrown object is like 5'10". You can put her there.
Oh. Right, I'll move. I'll get a running start and just eat her. Where's the fucking... There we go. Advantage. 23. Run, and just yeet her.
3, 4. Poof.
Just
Dunk
chuck
her ass in the water.
I move in and just chuck her straight into there.
I bet that water's very cold.
There is a yip of surprise as she is thrown into the water. And on return, she will
There.
paddle back out.
But I'm not done yet. I'm
Alright,
just
go
gonna say like, there you go. Now you might cool your head, young lady, for that hot temper of yours. Ursula just harumphs and just goes over to the last steps to Hashat.
Okay, we'll come out, do the big doggy shake out, and then prestidigitate herself dry. Huh. Lucky I'm from the north, that might have made me mad. Fine, alright. Fair enough, I guess. How about you, brown cow?
Sure, why not?
Do you just want to get bonked once?
Nah.
Just a chat. It's more than enough one time. Trust me.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Alright. Carrie will lay on hands herself back up. Actually, she can't do that. She has to drink potions. She's not a paladin. She's a fucking
Oh,
warlock.
here, let me handle that. I've got plenty of spells since we didn't actually get into a fight. So, let's see. I'll do a healing spell. Where the hell is my healing spell? Oh, there it is. Good. Here, have some healing.
Oh. Thank you. Alright. Now, let's see how that hammer feels.
Oh, I guess I get to go first.
Yeah, for once in your life, you found someone who's even slower than you.
My God. Well, since you went all out on Ursula, I guess I'll go all out on you, I suppose. I will. Can I even... This place is all ice. There's no earth to me. There's no earth
hit
to channel, though.
I don't know. We're getting conflicting messages here. Ursula keeps saying one hit. Shot's saying go all out.
Yeah, you can put everything into one hit. That's okay. Because you can hit multiple times.
I can only attack once, right? But
Out of character. The fuck that you can. Fucking quick and spell motherfucker there.
Oh, yeah, that costs resources.
that costs resources. No, this place isn't made entirely. This place isn't made entirely of ice. It's fine. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can actually hit. Whack! Whack!
Bonk.
And all right, here comes the smite. This one, and I suppose. Did I do it? There it is.
Yes.
That's a lot of twos. I'm going to re-roll some of those twos.
All right.
I can do up to my charisma modifier, and there is in fact 4
There's a one.
twos.
There's 6
There's a
twos in
one
there.
in there.
Oh, well, I'll do the 1 and then 3 twos.
All right. All ones, baby. Let's go.
I mean, no. So that's
Oof.
+2, +2, +4, +2. So 2, 4, 6, 12. An additional 12 damage.
Oof. All right. Got a little magic behind your swings. I like it. She will
The weight of the land.
brace her feet and whack. I don't think she hit. Oh, no, she does.
She does.
Barely.
I could shield it.
I mean, she could have shielded any of Ursula's strikes too, but, you know.
Yeah.
Boop.
Let's see. So that's 13.
These are pretty comparable damage totals, I think. 27, 38 versus 28.
I guess I'll make a saving throw to get shunted.
I mean, you don't really have to unless you want to continue the fight after that round.
Only if she wants to.
I mean, she's going into this without any of her resources, so I think she's content to just call it a one hit. If you want to come back after an hour.
Oh
She
yeah.
can
Oh, you.
Action
you're one
surge
of,
quad smite you.
Oh, you're one of those types that can just take a sit down breather and be all okay again. Oh. Yeah.
Well, I could chug some residium if you want.
No, it's fine.
She will reach down and offer
Quickly
you a
rip
hand
blue
up.
lines off one another's tits.
I mean, Carrie'd be into that. Well, haven't had a good hammer fight in years. That was fun. Brief,
Oh, wait a
brisk dunk
minute.
aside.
Would you like to take a drink? Would you like to take a drink?
It depends on what's on offer.
Hashat will hold out the horn of Manotha. It tastes real good, but it might be a bit spicy at times. Depends. Maybe you'll get. Maybe
It's
you'll.
not
Maybe
for
you'll
those with
get.
weak stomach.
Come on.
Shot, would you like to roll a deception check? You have a pretty reasonable chance of
Deception.
equaling that out. And you're clearly trying to get her to do something that's not in her best interest, I think.
It's not.
Not in her best
I'm trying to
interest.
help.
I'm trying to say what it does, but someone keeps interrupting me.
All right, I mean, if you have more to say, you can carry on.
This is a magic horn from my homeland. Sometimes it has certain effects on you.
Effects like what?
Oh, maybe your tits will get bigger, or maybe your butt will get bigger, or maybe you'll grow some horns and a cowtail.
You had me until the cowtail. She will wag her giant bushy doggy tail. This I'm
Fair.
rather attached to.
Wait, don't you have
See,
like...
it's only if you roll a 10, I think, that the thing turns on.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
only if you roll doubles on the double fours,
If it's maximized, go with
which
pair
could
points,
happen
mana table.
immediately. So no, she's
It could
not.
happen. There's a 10%. There is a 10% chance. Oh wait, no. Oh wait,
It's
the two.
no, it's not a
Yeah.
10% chance. It's a like 12%, 25 and 25.
2d4. It's not 1d10. It's 2d4 plus 2. So there's a small chance it could happen, but that's fine.
As much as I'm sure my wife would appreciate me having even more padding, the risk of the dogtail is too great.
That's fair. Yeah, let me patch you up then.
I mean, if you want to get your hands on the padding, that's fine too. Boop.
It's not bad.
You can re-roll
Take
some
the
of those
edge off.
dice.
No, I cannot. That's not how that works.
Oh, it's not for any spells?
That's not how empower. It specifies damage dice.
Only on bonks.
Only on bonks. Which is unfortunate because it really would help the celestial sorcerer compete with a life cleric a little bit if they could actually cheat a little and use empower spell on their healing spells.
Well, thank you for the demonstration, you two. I think we're pretty well on a level. Good to see that ass kickers are pretty much the same no matter where you look.
Hell yeah.
We'll do the big warrior class with a shot, bulging muscles rippling on either side. Well, after that, I think I need a proper drink. Sling
Yeah,
her
I
hand
guess
off
some
her
dwarf.
shoulder.
I got some good old dwarven booze with me if you want that.
If the Feywild
Does that
was
mean
connected,
strong or
that's
weak?
everywhere.
Oh, right. You're from a world that don't have dwarves somehow.
Yep, no idea what that is. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Just gets out the pony cake. Here's your glass.
Alright, is this going to turn me into anything?
Pretty
No,
sure
it's
that's
booze.
just booze. Well, if you
Alright.
want
No,
if you want some magic booze, I got this.
No, you keep your fucking goddamn sex booze away from people, okay?
Magic sex booze, you say? Tell me more.
No,
It's
you will literally not be able to. No.
it is somewhat. It could be dangerous.
I just want to hear what it does at this point. I'm deeply curious.
It makes the drinker have a lot of babies, like a lot, all at once. Like if you have one kid, maybe you'll have 6 the next time.
Useful, but I think I have enough children at the moment.
Yes, and I would just say there's also the part of you will be blind drunk for a couple of days and then wake up.
It's not a few days.
That's fine. I can hold my liquor.
Oh, if you can.
Just don't.
Ursula,
If you ever run into something like this, just don't have some and then also bang a fertility goddess, because that's gonna get out of hand very quickly.
Yeah, I don't think any of the gods want me anywhere near them at this point.
That's how I ended up with having 30 children. Very
Nice.
suddenly.
30 children this year.
No. I'm sure someone out there is pleased with me.
Yeah, Ursula will pour in the strong booze,
Saracen is just saying rookie
the good
numbers.
shit.
All right. Boop. 20. Yeah, she's fine. That is pretty strong. Strong enough to limber me up a little bit. Come on, let's go be social rather than just having ourselves a fight fetish.
Yeah, but that's just your first class. Come on, you got like 8 or 10 more in you before we start to get warmed up.
Oh, alright. That's the kind of drinking that's going to get you to go fight God, but what the hell.
No, that's just an afternoon drinking. What are you talking about?
I see you dwarves too can hold your liquor. Probably better than I can if that's just an afternoon's drink.
Well, yeah, you're just holding your first drink of the drink of the evening.
Yeah,
That's your drinking glass.
10 more, though, is, that's a lot.
I just pat the leg. Well, at least we can get you at least started. At least you'll learn a bit how to drink.
I'm being belittled by a tiny teddy bear. Oh. I am
Oh, by
glad
the way,
Miko and Mai aren't here.
are you? Do you know magic stuff since you do the whole thingamabob stuff with the whole hitting?
I am capable of performing magic, yes. Am I a wizard or trained in the arcane? No.
Okay.
I,
You know what the simulacrum is?
yes.
Did you know that there's actually a chance they can have kids?
I did not know or not know that fact. I had simply never considered it. Walking you backed up to the group at this point.
You're
That's certainly strange. It doesn't seem like it should be possible, but then again, I suppose if whoever made the construct wanted to bad enough, sure.
No, it was a total ass surprise for him too.
A powerful enough wizard to have an accident like that pop up, then.
Well, he was a knowledge demon,
If a knowledge
which
demon
made
didn't
the
know that, that sounds more like negligence than ignorance.
yeah, see, he made a simulacrum of himself disguised as a catfolk bar to roam around and, go looking for delving into secrets and knowledge and stuff like that to bring back. Which, during one of his trips, apparently he met a mom. Taps her ears. That's where the cat are. But they're rounded, so it's more bare.
Weird, but alright. Can't say I've ever seen the spell cast, but it doesn't seem like it should crop up as an accident. I believe it, but... Maybe whoever this knowledge demon is isn't as knowledgeable as he thinks he is.
Or, as the saying goes, shit happened.
Yes, shit does happen. I mean, things happen. Kirwin, Casa, Maeve. Kirwin will come over and just dump a shitload of lay on hands into her mom. That's better. So, how did your prayer session go? No Morgan. Not that I can see, anyway. Doesn't mean she's not here, doesn't mean she's not paying attention. But I didn't get an answer in my head. Sorry.
Well, what's the chance? Maybe she wanted to, meet her sister or her only sister in this case.
Is it, though?
Well, there's supposed to be 3 of them, so
Well, maybe she knows the other one. I don't know. I
I'm
don't
worried.
delve into the gods' social lives.
Why not?
That's not my business. The gods are aloof and distant. They don't just hang out with us.
Just Will Smith presents towards Maury.
Yeah, I mean us as in people from where I'm from. Nor do they do that in the Feywild, if they even have gods.
Well, here's the question: why not?
I don't know, that doesn't seem very godly. They're
They're
supposed to
gods.
be
They can do whatever.
representative of the grand concepts of the universe. Life and light, death and war.
Yes.
Just
So
palling around with you sort of, I don't know, diminishes that.
that's it.
Yes.
How?
Well, I mean, imagine if you're, I don't know, hanging around with Embla, goddess of life, and then you're hanging out with her and someone dies right in front of you. And she can't do anything because she's just incarnated like a mortal. Well, she doesn't feel very lifelike. She's not a font of vitality. She's just a person all of a sudden. If the gods are aloof,
Death
they're
is
near omnipotent. They can do anything.
death is a part of the circle of life and all that stuff.
Well, sure, but you'd have to actually understand that. If you didn't, if you're just a person, and your best friend just got an arrow in the face in front of you, that's not going to reflect well on Embla if she can't heal it.
Well, then you get murdered. That's different from like just keeling over.
Yeah, but it's not going to feel that way to a normal person.
Well, it also depends on what ground. No, not ground rules. What scratches its head. Es- es- Established presence they have made before.
Jerry will just shrug as she is handed back a baby. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's just different rules for different worlds.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much essentially like, well, if you have if you have the knowledge about things in a book, and the book is in a place that you have to go there to get any information. But then if you just carry it around, the information is still there and just with you out in the open. It's still there. It's the same thing as before. It's just moving.
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, it's just because, for example, if the Morgan walks among the people, it's still a god that walks among the people.
Sure, but if she's walking among you and then she's not performing miracles and, doing the things that are inherent to her domain, like, the town I was in used to be infested with undead, and if your Morrigan just wandered in and proclaimed that she's the goddess of smiting undead, it'd be kind of disappointing if she came in and then fought one zombie and got her ass beat. Like, great, why would I worship you?
Um,
Kieran will just reach over and plant a hand on Ursula's head. Welcome to atheism, kid.
kid? How old are you?
How old are you? Or rather, how
Ask.
many years have you been an adult? Let's phase it that way.
Since I was considered an adult. No, 20 years.
Yeah, 42 here.
Yeah. Though in regular years I'm 70.
And in regular years, I'm 42, so there you go. She will grin.
No, it's the whole me thinking part. It just makes pulls her hair up and just show the deep ass gash scar she has in her head. Almost bludgeoned to death as a toddler, which damaged my brain, and then over the years got into fixing it. Recently, actually.
Oh, this got dark.
Oh, welcome back,
Oh, yeah,
Hashat.
the
We're just debating the worth of the gods.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
you're
it's a-
having one of those god conversations.
I know. It just keeps happening. This is why I stopped being a paladin.
well, and then we came into the whole dark part, like like when they were trying to beat me up as a child, and burn my mom at the stake.
Oh boy, there's a lot to unpack here.
What we were in the village, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
It's not a lot to unpack. It's just things that happen. A short story.
I'm gonna give
Mom
Ursula a
was
pat on the head.
short
There,
story.
there.
Mom wrongly accused, burned at the stake, tried to murder me. I was holds her hand out, toddler, and that's why I broke in the head.
Well, shit, that sucks.
Well, yeah. Oh, she also had a magical ring which made her, because she was, a local alchemist, called witch, for healing and potions and stuff like that. She had the magical ring which made her, not take so much damage from heat and fire stuff. So the fact that they burned her at the stake was very prolonged because of it. But the guy that did it is dead and it's all stuff, so I just wanted to know what happened, why. No, sorry. I just wanted to know why it happened. Got my answer and all that stuff, so.
Yeah, that is dark. Sorry that happened to you.
Well, at least you got some good stories to tell about and stuff like that. Well, speaking of which, now that I remember, the North trading rubies instead of minted coins.
Oh, yeah, we, burnt through most of our coin reserves. Luckily, my sister went on an expedition and sold herself off to a dragon in exchange for rubies. So we're using those as a reserve currency now. Paper money. You're not trading in actual rubies. That's insanity. But you can exchange the exchequer notes for them if you need to, but day-to-day transactions, they work fine.
Do you have any of those actual coins left? Or like,
I mean, we have some coins, sure. They didn't all just up and disappear. They mostly went into making items or paying for foreign goods. Wasn't Casa showing you some of them a bit ago?
Yeah,
well,
I
it
hear
was
you guys
showing
work
some,
on rubies or something now.
yeah, and he showed some electrum coins, but none from the north.
Hmm. Afraid I don't have any northern coins on me specifically, but the dragon lady next to her will just bounce her cleavage and a couple of gold coins will pop into her hand. Here you go.
Oh, well, trade you a couple of hours, so just looking for like memorabilia.
If you want memorabilia, there are better ways to get it than just coins. She will rack her claws down one arm and hand you a scale that comes loose. Here. Carrie
No,
will, raise her eyebrows. Oh, fuck.
why would you give me one of your?
Well, if you want something to remember Saris by, then the scale of the Great Dragon's Daughter is a pretty awesome little bit of memorabilia, if I do say so myself.
Oh, cool.
My father is the
Okay.
greatest and largest being to have ever lived anywhere in all of creation. And someday I'll be as big as he is. That scale will just keep growing too.
That's wait, was that the things back the continent-sized one?
That's him. Maltrox the Abyssal is my father.
Wow. What's it like to having a
Curtsies.
dad that's the size of a everything?
Difficult to talk to.
I guess that's yeah.
When he speaks, if you're not careful, your eardrums will blow out.
Have
And
you
if you are
tried
careful, he'll still
telepathy?
just knock you over.
Well, the sending spell works, right?
Mind speak, yeah, that stuff would work.
Yes, telepathy's important in our family, for a lot of reasons. But yes, it's surprising your world doesn't have a dragon like that. I would have thought they're fundamental to creation. but I guess not.
Wait. Oh, wait. Hang on. No. Actually, we do.
We sort of, but not that size.
Actually, I think she is. I feel like...
Woohoo! Senatria?
No. My very many times great-grandma.
Oh, Quill's other character. Fuck. Quill. What was the fucking name? The Earthquake Dragon. Quill's.
Chimekwa?
Quill's a lot, or whatever.
Chimekwa.
Chimekwa, that.
Yeah, she's nowhere near as big as Maltrax. Like a
What about all the things under the What about all the things under the under the earth though?
That's a good question. What about them? You have no fucking clue what that's
I
about.
thought those were part of her because when Siggy cut the leg off of one, it hurt Chimekawatl.
You're not sure, frankly. The question was
Okay.
not answered in sufficient depth to make a statement of fact on the matter.
We might have something like that, maybe. When we fell through a big hole in the ground into my family's domain under the earth, we turned on a light spell when we were falling down, and it turns out that under the earth, all the dirt and stone, it's nothing but dragon. There's just dragon under the ground, and with lots of mouths and claws, and it was pretty freaky.
You're saying the crust of your world is just made of living dragons?
That's what it was under the ground, yeah. After we fell through with
Fascinating.
Varna, it was just mouths and claws and legs and dragon under there.
Maybe I'll have to visit this Iona place.
I don't know if it was one singular dragon or if it was just like there's just hundreds or thousands of earthquake dragons under there. I don't know.
Earthquake dragons.
That's what Chimekawatl is. My mini grandma.
Yeah, she's an ancient earthquake dragon. And when we say earthquake, we're talking about continent-size earthquake and volcano eruption, kind of.
Yeah, when we fell down, one of our companions thought it would be hilarious to strike at them with a holy avenger and cut off a leg of one of them. It caused a great big earthquake, like everywhere.
Maris just hisses. That was stupid.
She did apologize after.
Yes. Yeah, and Chimekawatl was hurt in her leg. So, ties to it, so...
Sounds like a distributed mass. Rather than occupying one continental body, she's spread herself out over a bunch. I wonder if that means she has distributed consciousness, too. I'd love to talk to this Chimekawatl. I'd really love to introduce her to my father.
No.
What?
I know where this is gonna lead. We don't need a country-sized dragon and an actual earthquake dragon to get it on.
Well, oh, hey, no. I would not even countenance the thought of trying to set my dad up.
I don't think that would work out very well for either Iona or Saris.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's a bad idea. But we both know that's where it's gonna lead.
Maybe they could be pen pals.
Really, I just want to see how they compare in power. And if you're Chimeko, I could teach my father how to distribute himself over smaller cells. That sounds very useful.
She can leave her temple and go about. It's true.
But can she leave Iona? That's the question.
I don't know.
Neither do I, and I want to find out. So maybe after this party, I'll stick around on your world for a while.
Okay, that is
What?
okay. You need to talk to the head
You
dragon
need to
about
get
that,
permission.
I am Maristella Scalnaria. I do not need permission from anyone to do anything.
You need permission from the god dragon of magic that is made out of obsidian. Yes.
We'll see.
She gets mighty prickly when outsiders are about.
Well, then she should close her doors properly.
She keeps complaining about some kind of about holes in her barrier or something.
See, just leans in towards Merzendi and whispers, just, yeah, but then there's, adventurers who do stupid shit and get up to, shenanigans.
Do you know
And
anything
then
about
stuff happens.
magic?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I know a great deal about magic.
I was having a thought being in here in the Feywild here. I think, since the Feywild goes everywhere and is everywhere and nowhere, do you think maybe you could a teleportation circle could be altered and tuned to bounce through
No.
the Feywild? No.
Absolutely not. There are spells that let you cross between planes, though. Though they're probably a little outside your grasp. At least without Residium and a lot of brain hemorrhaging.
I think that would piss off Senatria.
Absolutely it would.
That's the kind of magic she hates. Which is why I was thinking of using the Feywild as a way to get through.
Have you considered instead
here.
saying, fuck that lady?
Well, no, not when she can force you into her dream world when you go to sleep. And
have you considered just murdering her if she's going to be a tyrant about it?
Funny story. She already died once.
I love stories. Tell me more.
Don't actually know much about it. She's real cagey about it, you know? We know a bunch of giants did it.
What do you know?
See.
I feel like this is a conversation that's going to get me in trouble.
Yeah, no. I will say this.
I'm not going to actually answer that.
Yeah. If we try to do that, we would be the bad guys.
Would you, though?
Yes, we would.
I mean, sometimes killing a god can be a good thing.
Yeah, that's happened before, and that's sort of like caused a mass extinction, and then a lot of else ran off, and all the humans died.
Did killing the god cause that, or was that simply a related phenomenon?
It was what started it.
Was it, though?
Talion dying was the opening act of the Winter's War against the Elves.
That sounds more like it.
Yeah,
See, gods are powerful, but they are not as necessary as they like to make themselves out to be. And if a god's evil, maybe getting rid of them isn't the worst thing in the world.
By all accounts, Talion was a tremendous asshole.
Oh yeah, everyone. He was a super. Superb asshole.
So, setting the consequences of his death aside, would you really say that him being murdered was in itself a bad thing?
No,
Yes, because he was a god of magic, so that went to shit.
Did it,
magic
though?
worked fine. Magic worked fine after he
The
eventually.
god of the sun in our world died, but it's not like the sun just snapped out. We put a dragon there to keep it burning for a while, visibly, that is. But it still provided heat even before Red Eye got there.
Out of character. Good fucking. It's too bad / good that we didn't get to fucking Red Sun over Paradise moment there. So and reinstate dragon. What happens to the fucking world when the sun god dies? Well, it's called Red Sun moment.
But yes, my point is simply that, if a god's tyrannizing you, just stab them. Maris will glance at
she's not.
Caragwin.
Hey, she's not tyrannizing. She's actually really nice. Okay? Yes, Hashat has different opinions. Very strong opinions because it's family related, but it's strong opinions.
Well, Hashat, what do you think about this Senatrea?
I'm not gonna go instigating anything.
I'm not asking you to instigate, I'm just asking you to tell me. I want to know about your world.
I feel like I need to do an insight check. I'm terrible at it though.
And you should do it anyway.
Oh, do her intentions seem benign? Is she actually just curious?
She is the most benign and beneficent human being / dragon you've ever met. She is an avatar of purity and goodness, who is trying to liberate you from the tyranny of evil gods. Like Talion. And everyone knows Talion was a huge prick. I mean, look what he did to Minotha.
True. I mean, Minotha had its problems, but,
It had problems, but it didn't deserve what it got from Talion.
that was a bit, I mean, yeah,
That
was a
was
bit
way
much.
extra. And the whole cow
That was-
species. And Maris knows that.
Indeed.
She knows that gods can be huge pricks, so she's just trying to learn more about your prick gods.
No, it's the thing. We don't really have trick gods. Not anymore. We
Well,
got.
I'm not asking you, little dwarf. I'm asking the big cow.
All I know is that she is not going to be coming over for harvest for any kind of family get-togethers.
Yes, and why is that?
Maybe she might suspect that her daughter might had a hand in her initial death.
So, just petty vengeance? It's a very mortal problem, isn't it? Just family drama.
It is family drama.
One might consider it unbecoming of the divine. Just food for thought.
All that aside, I wouldn't mind introducing you to my to Chemekawatl.
I would love that. When the
I guess if
party's
you want,
over.
I mean, I guess you could even talk to Saracina too. I mean, she used to be. She's not a dragon anymore, but she used to be the dragon. And she used to be
Well,
a.
Sylvester.
She used to be the. Well, I guess she's sort of. She's complicated.
Yes, Cass told me all
Used to
about
be
that
used to be a
situation.
primordial god, but then something happened, and now she's not.
She sounds more like my dad than this Chemekawat, but... Well, hyperfertility aside. But yes, I'd
Chemekawat's her
love to
daughter.
meet them all. And when the party's done, perhaps we can take a trip over that way, or whenever you have free time, I'll be around.
Well,
Sure.
you know, how many steps below Senatria is Sylvestra?
What?
Sylvestra, you know, the dragon.
What about Sylvestra?
How many steps below Senatria is
Oh,
Sylvestra?
God, I don't know. Well, Sylvestra's an archdragon. I don't know how. Tiamat was also an archdragon, and Tiamat was
Yeah, they were like sisters, same age like that.
the same. No, I'm not sure.
Like granddaughter or something like that, because you got the
I don't know.
You're so lucky that Nahia is over on the other side of the room. Fucking
I
just
know
tugging
that-
her ears and trying to drag you away from this woman.
I know that Saracina and the Primordials were direct descendants of Senatria, but beyond that, I don't know about the other like Saris and Sylvester and Tiamat exactly. So, yeah, Saris is also a granddaughter of Senatria, but that's a
Wait,
very different
Saris?
power scale to. It's a very different power scale to Chemekawatl. So there's something
Hold up,
different.
hold up. Roll that back a moment. What do you mean, Saris?
Saris, I wrote Saris. She's a dragon.
Is she now?
Yeah.
Tell me about
She's real nice. She's very bookish. She likes reading a lot. She's a huge nerd. She basically is impossible to get out of the library.
it. Sounds like someone I'd like to meet. And she has such a lovely name.
She is really friendly. She is invited to family get-togethers, and I'm sure she will actually show up.
Well, that's good. Sounds like someone more worthy of a divine title.
Uh-huh. Well, she is a sweetheart.
and she's also, like the same type as Senatria.
Mm-hmm.
I do wonder why they're so different. Why is there something so much different between them, even though they're the same? What's the difference between Tiamat Tiamat and Saracena was. Why is there something so fundamentally different?
Probably magical bullshit, as usual.
I guess.
It always boils down to that, you know it. Some magical bullshit going on.
Well, have you ever asked? From the sounds of things, this Saracena would just tell you anything you asked. Seems like a fundamentally wasted opportunity not to just grill her for everything.
Oh, but well, this is the reason I don't ask her certain questions, and that's because the walls might have ears, probably have ears.
Uh-huh. And what would happen if the walls heard you?
That's what I'm afraid of.
So you live in fear, is what you're saying.
What? No?
Well, it sounds like it if you were afraid to just have a conversation with someone. If you're paranoid about the walls overhearing and having unspecified consequences fall down upon you. That sounds like tyranny to me.
Nahia, feel free to disentangle yourself from the center of the ice skating rink. Hmm.
Well, okay.
I just don't want. I don't want to. At this point, I don't want to rock the boat. I'm like a week away from retiring and settling down. So
I'm just saying that perhaps a boat needs to be rocked once in a while. Because otherwise, your children will live in the same ignorance and fear that you do.
Now, do you have any idea how long it took to actually, have Hashat comfortable on a boat at sea in general?
You can't confuse me, little dwarf. I see through your obfuscation.
No, seriously, she couldn't really swim because of the other stuff. She could just plumb straight into the
I'm not sure
ocean.
what that has to do with this.
Well, truckings.
My point, my dear cow, is that if you go through your life worrying about what the gods will do to you, perhaps they are unworthy of not just your worship, which you clearly don't give them, but their role at all. A god's place isn't to tyrannize mortals, it's not to hang swords of Damocles over them. The purpose of a god is to provide for us, to protect us. And it sounds like yours are failing in that role.
That is wrong.
Is it,
Two,
though?
yeah, it is. Secondly,
And tell me, how have your gods protected you
are you a
lately?
god?
What have they done for you?
Let's see. Had my back, got healing. Let's see. Made life better for people
How?
actively.
How do they
I've
make
seen it.
life better for people?
Literally following us, hanging around and, helping us kill shit that will hurt people.
So, by
Helping us.
doing things any mortal could do.
And let's see, the clerics that get their powers from them.
Mm-hmm.
There's those that are championed by them. There's the stuff
But
to
when
get
was the last time a
made.
god reached down from the heavens and, I don't know, cured an incurable disease, smote down an evil warlord, destroyed a powerful
When did they
undead,
personally
without
get
any of you
involved?
adventurers having to get involved?
Morgan over there has been around with us for a while since we brought her back, and she's been our faithful companion for ever since.
Sure, but would your adventures really be that different if it was a paladin of Morgan following you and not the goddess herself?
I know
Well,
she
yeah,
has she has been, yes, no, she has directly been of assistance to us in ways that just a paladin of her would not, because Nahia was a paladin. Nahia used to be a paladin, but then she turned into a warlock.
and she was literally here fixing this stuff that happened here with the whole Winter Queen stuff.
I know, I was here too, and she didn't really do anything. That was all you.
The times thing is new to her. She's still
Right.
trying to get
Or
the handle
maybe
on
she'll
it.
never get better. Maybe at no point, future or past, would she have been in any more help. Maybe it was
Okay, I will say.
mortals who were going to solve this problem.
Okay, I will say this: you're a decent person, but you're what we call a. Is it E or I in the head mystic part?
Hello, Warlock. We're talking about your gods.
I kind of noticed when you kept on pointing in our general direction while we were chatting. Please do continue.
Oh, I'm waiting to be insulted by your dwarf.
She does
No,
that intentionally or otherwise.
no. I say she's a decent person, but I'm trying to remember if it's an E or an I in P mystic. You know,
Calling her pessimistic?
yeah, that also. It's an E, right?
Why does it matter how it's spelled if you knew what the word was?
Because she said it. I didn't know if it was an I or an E. So if
Ursula,
it's pessimistic or a pessimistic person, it's a difference.
I guess, okay, that is fair. Please do tell them, why are you pessimistic and about the gods?
Pessimistic? I don't think that's quite the right word. I was simply saying that, from the sounds of things, it wouldn't have been very different if it had been Morgan herself traveling with you, or just a particularly powerful paladin of hers. That her inherent godliness hasn't made your adventures all that much different.
An interesting line of thought. I suppose more to the fact it's not just that she's with us, she's with a lot of people, and our points have also intersected in their stages along our story, such as it is. Are you saying you think gods should be, like, I don't know, reaching down and literally plucking up people instead of giving them the
yeah,
power to act?
there is the dream.
I'm
Yeah, that
saying the
went away
gods
when the
all
gods went
together,
away.
all of them, rather than just reaching down to mortals, could do more to solve all of our problems themselves.
That's fucking bullshit. Why would they do that? Why would we want them to if that's the case? What would be the point of existing if we, had to just sort of go, oh god, I stubbed my toe today, I don't really feel like working?
I'm not saying they should take care of every little problem, but there are problems that mortals, at least the mortals who are present, aren't equipped to solve. When a village gets wiped out by a plague or by monsters, down to a man, couldn't the gods have interfered, protected somebody? But they often don't.
That is true. At the same time, one could say, why didn't the neighboring village with its much richer populace send down priests and healers when they heard that the town was in trouble? Or why didn't the castle send down its guards when monsters were patrolling the road? Essentially, they're usually worried about a lot of things all at once, and you're expecting omniscience and omnipotence out of people who do have limits, but within those limits grant us the power to resolve them.
Hmm.
You are presenting what we like to call a false argument. Why don't the gods act? That's a terrible way to put it. It's more along the lines of, what could they have done? And in a lot of cases, they'd have had to actually full on just change the
Wow.
realities of a whole bunch of mortals. And why would they do that in one place and not in all of them? And then you get into the greed clause. I'm sorry, I've heard this rhetoric a billion times before, and it also has never fucking changed. It's usually just used by instigators when they're looking for an easy mark. That's how they like to start cults.
Well, I do have one example of a god being direct in a very bad way.
Please do share.
Yeah, go for it. Which one?
One of the, I mean, is one of the reasons I think. I mean, it's the reason I think It's a good thing Talion got his fucking ticket punch.
That is understandable. At the same time, he was probably the most mortal of the gods, hence his ticket punching, I guess. Greedy and proud and basically filled with all of the, mortal fulfillances, such as it were. Not everyone is infallible, and Talion did get his ticket punched, but he also went ahead and brought it on himself. It was his own champion that saw the fault in them. I think that the champion is the only person who should be the one to say whether a god is, purposeful or not. One day I would love to meet Utsan as one is, because I suspect it would be an interesting conversation.
Oh, isn't this champion the same one who went on to genocide a bunch of elves?
Yes.
Yeah. So you might guess that his decision to kill Talion was also flawed. Hence, getting in that conversation is an interesting one.
Hmm.
If the only thing we have in common with the death of the gods is the acts of a genocidal madman, then perhaps your baseline argument is rather flawed.
Well,
Or perhaps it just
he,
takes someone that mad to finally stand up to tyranny.
he did curse my entire race for over one person.
True,
And-
your entire slave trading supermensch race. To be
And
fair,
how long between that happening and Talion's death was it?
200
Days?
years?
Centuries? So he cursed an entire race and wasn't punished for it at all?
No.
Well, how many people do you think prayed to the gods to punish that race? Theirs was keeping them all as slaves. Again, you're looking at the example of tyrannies from one subset just because that one happens to be the one you're finding useful now.
But were the entire race of Minotaurs complicit in that, or did he just come down and punish a whole species for one kingdom's mistakes?
Well, they got punished because of the actions of the queen at the time.
Of the peoples, yes.
The queen,
Apparently blaspheming that one.
he might have taken immortal guys and wooed the queen, and then knocked the queen up, and then the queen kind of didn't want to have a not Minotaur kid, and so kind of stopped it from happening, and that really pissed Talion off because he really wanted to have that kid for some reason, and so then he came down from on high and walked into the city as a god and then cursed everybody.
So it wasn't because people were praying for that to happen, it's because he got his baby scraped by one person and then cursed a whole race for it.
Basically.
Maris just does a little like Will Smith presents. My point, madam.
A fair point, but again, you're still insinuating that these kinds of downfalls wouldn't have happened, that someone wouldn't have stood up. And what one person prays to a god for may be the opposite of what another prays for. Talion was an asshole. I won't deny it. But at the
Okay.
same time,
But nothing we're
really...
talking about has anything to do with prayers. It has
You
nothing to do
just
with
asked
any
what the
people.
gods
Okay.
are for, you daft bitch. They're for praying to.
Yes, and what
They're
does
for
that earn
being
you?
there.
It earns you your god coming down and cursing you because he had a tiff with your queen.
Okay. I'm just trying to see that your argument is like the Minotaurs who didn't want a half breed because it was a pure blooded Minotaur.
We don't care about that part, Ursula.
No, I'm just saying that she considers that. She's saying like murdering babies is good.
What?
No, nobody.
What?
There are
It-
no good
no
people
one's
in this
saying
Ursula.
story. Everybody in this story is an asshole, including the god.
Yes.
And it seems to me that what he did was unworthy of his station. Makes me wonder why people would pray to him at all. If, whether he's prayed to or not, he's going to get mad at your entire people and curse them. Even the ones who were praying to him.
Oh, Christian Mary. Oh, Christian Mary, you poor baby.
And then apparently would go on to do something so hideously evil that his own champion, who was a psychopathic genocider, by the way, this same god's champion, turned around and then murdered him for it. Maybe nobody here on that whole train of divinity was a good person. Maybe they were just all evil, all the way down. So
Alright,
why tolerate evil
where does
gods?
that point come to disparaging the Morrigan?
I'm not disparaging the Morgan. I'm sure she's a lovely person. My question is simply, why worship her? What has she actually done to better the world that a mortal couldn't do?
She sent power to those that asked her and needed it. She has been the person
But
to
mortals
be the
can
one
gain
who
power
saved
on
that
their
village.
own. We have
My
wizards and
lovely acolyte prayed
sorcerers.
to her when the undead came to wipe her village out and granted her the power with which to defend herself. Gods do these things. You're just picking an empty example, I suppose. They just can't do all of it. They can't always be there, and they can't be expected to do everything. But she is here to protect the grave and to protect the gates of time.
There is one good reason. There's one good thing that the gods are around for.
Oh, just the one, yeah.
Please
I
enlighten
feel
me.
like the afterlife is kind of important.
Very much so.
Is it though?
Didn't the dream disappear when the gods went to sleep?
Correct.
So your afterlife's mere existence is dependent on the gods. Okay, but what
Isn't
happened
yours?
when there were no gods? You say they went to sleep and this dream went away?
Yeah, everyone who died between these places without a god whose dream to call their own were destroyed.
So nothing actually happened.
What do you mean? That's a travesty.
Spreads her hands. The world kept functioning, though.
Of course it did, but there's no one left. That's very hollow. I'm sorry, miss. I've underestimated who I'm talking to. If the concept of an afterlife doesn't apply to you, then at the same time I can see why you can be so nihilistic about the whole thing.
I am the daughter of the great worm. I will live forever. The idea of an afterlife is almost laughable to me.
And I'm afraid this conversation was probably doomed to this resolution from the start. Your output on life, I don't see why you would, instigate, I guess, such as it is, the realms of mortals when you aren't a member of them. In fact, from the sounds of it, you're closer to a god than a person. So why the fuck are you here at this party, shaking us down, huh?
I'm not shaking you down. I came to enjoy a party. and enjoy the stories, and yours are all so very fascinating. Forgive
I
me, I
have
didn't
to
mean to
turn to
cause
the
offense.
uselessness of the gods.
I'm sure they're lovely people, but I just don't understand the idea of worshipping them.
It's
Doesn't
because
make
you've
sense
never
to me.
needed to. You've never needed to at least hope that someone out there is listening to you. You've never been alone, and you, from the sounds of it, have never experienced that kind of loss. You've never looked upon someone and hoped that although your family are gone, they're in a better place.
So is that what the gods are to you? They're just hope?
And certainly a big part of it.
Hmm.
For some, a god is the reason to keep on living.
And for some, they can inspire hope by their teaching and actions.
But does it
And what they
have to
stand.
be a god? Couldn't it be a mortal champion, an exemplar of everything good and righteous in mortals?
I'm sure they could. I'm sure there is someone who could do that, but at the same time, they wouldn't be that powerful. And when a mortal looks at another mortal and sees them living a better life than them, unhurt and unharmed, that's not going to be of peace of mind when you're in a dark place. You kind of need an impossible figure, someone you don't compare yourself to because they're different, but you still know that they're there for. I can't put this into a meaning that you might even understand at all, but, well, it got me through some incredibly hard times. Without the gods, I wouldn't be here, because I probably would have chosen to take a long walk into the beach without the intent of walking back out again.
But why? What did the gods offer you that changed your mind?
They were there to listen.
She seems genuinely just lost at that answer.
How old are you?
Not very. By the standards of dragons, I am still a child. Not that it really matters.
In a way, it does. It means that you're sort of blessed to think these things, because you haven't experienced a terrible loss. There is, at the end of the day, always going to be someone to listen to you.
What does someone listening help with? If my father somehow died, not that that would ever happen, but if it did, how would just crying to a god help? What would they do? They don't resurrect people who disintegrate. They refuse. I know they could, but they won't.
I hope you don't have to find out. Loss is just a part of being alive as well. You can't live on a perfect world that would lose its meaning. It doesn't mean it, loss suddenly doesn't hurt. Of course it does. And you need to share that with someone. For me, all I had was God.
I guess I really just don't understand. Not entirely. This listening thing.
It's
Is
all
that
I can say. They exist. I mean, the only reason a God exists is because we need them. Whether we need them literally or emotionally, metaphysically, or physically. They're there just because they are, and although many gods do have their faults, I don't look at the god and say, I wish you were a catfolk instead, because I'm glad that they're not.
She's quiet for a long moment after that, staring into the ice and thinking. So, what would you say if... no.
Go ahead.
How does this listening thing work? How do I make them hear me? And why?
Why would you make them hear you?
Yeah. I want to experience what you've experienced. You say I am blessed to not have, but sure, I could skip the loss. I don't want my family to be hurt, but I want to understand what's gone through your head.
I wonder if there is a way to share that. Come with me for a second. Let's go have a chat with the Winter Queen. She is a powerful enough lady. I am sure that she would find it interesting to share in the story herself. It is a very wintry tale.
Sure.
I'm about to blast this lady with angst. I apologize for ruining your god conversation.
That was certainly an interesting happening.
Yeah, her nihilistic thing is like what towards the end there, the nihilistic part is like, or it's not nihilism, it's a different.
I mean,
it's
I
a
can't say
different
she's
part.
entirely wrong. I would have certainly liked a god or two to come down into Monotha and say, "Hey, you guys are being huge assholes to everyone. Stop it." Instead of you know, blighting the entire everything.
Yeah, but I was correction there. Nihilism is not complete devastation, and oblivion is trying to find hope in or find continuation, even when shit is oblivion. There is another one that is just complete something else. No, but yeah, when she was diving into the whole that level of the just that sounds like those actual teenagers that just started to do more advanced reading. It's like that's why I had to ask like how old she was, because nah, you sound like a fucking like 10, 12-year-old. No, yeah, so no, but yeah, the gods didn't ask. Well, Mistress didn't answer me when I needed her the most, but like I said, I wasn't smart enough. I didn't understand exactly how to do things either, but I got an answer and I got, emotional compens for it.
Yeah, so Nahia heads over to the Queen of Winter. Varys will accompany her for a short exchange of words. Nahia, the Queen offers you a hand, delicate and wintry, and does the same to Maris.
I will accept.
Maris looks genuinely a little nervous at this point, but will take the hand, the queen will say. Drink deep on this well of sorrow, dragoness, for I sense it is deep, deep indeed, as deep as the oceans. And the queen will close her eyes, and Nahia, all of a sudden, those feelings when you first realized your parents weren't coming home, when you first realized they were dead, when you first realized that the town you came from had been pogromed, when you first slew that little boy, all that comes bubbling up to you all at once, one wash, one wave of anguish. Would you please make me a charisma saving throw?
Sure. Really wish I had the crown attuned right about now.
Which crown?
The one for my charisma saves, but currently I'm using the Ring of Regen.
You still have that.
Of course I do. I'll be reattuning to it when I'm done with the Ring of Regen. That thing is amazing.
I wasn't sure what we had done with the Ring of Regeneration after it had fulfilled its purpose.
She hasn't taken it
I
off.
thought we were going to give it back.
I'm hanging on to it until the adventures end, basically because I promised all my wives that I would do everything I could not to die, and I put up too many death flags.
All right. You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
Alright. Now you are able to sniffle back some tears, but it is an ache deep in your heart. Maris is much the same way. You see her eyes begin to tear up. She will close them fiercely and squeezes the queen's hand hard enough that you see little tiny cracks form in her porcelain-like skin. And the dragon pulls away and coughs.
Oh, God, that is raw.
You poor mortals. What do you go through?
Yeah.
What have you been through?
Yeah.
How do you live?
With each other, of course. In a lot of cases, another mortal is going to be the one to look after you. Sometimes they can't, though, and that is when a lot of people will turn to the gods for the one that resonates most with what it is that they desire or need. For me, it was family. It's where I found Mithras originally, and then for Mithras, her daughter, who needed us just as much as we needed her. You gesture towards the Morgan. And then I'm gonna give Maris a great big old heckin' hug.
Aww. She goes a little rigid in your arms for a moment before weakly putting them around your waist. You... Perhaps you're right. You mortals, you need hope in a way that I
It certainly helped.
don't.
I think that everyone needs hope. You just, at the same time haven't been through such an event that hope is something you have to cling to. And hopefully you never will. It's a long shot. If you're forever, it's going to happen at some point. But the time is a long time away. And that you remember this. And that there are people to listen to you when you just need to tell them about the stuff that hurts. You may even find that person to be a god.
Maybe. Or maybe I could be that person to people.
That is also another possibility. You are deific yourself.
I don't really like the sound of that, but I have always wanted to help you small squishy things. That's I guess I never really understood what it is you needed. It's not just freedom, it's not just power, it's just puts a hand on our own heart. I don't have nightmares now.
I'm very sorry about that part. But just remember, that story has its happy ending. I am still here, and I am still going. Although the thought of that loss still hurts, I have coped with it, and I have come out of this story with many friends and an incredibly large family. I would share that with you too, but that is almost certainly the opposite of the Queen of Winter's tastes, and would be quite sour on her tongue.
Perhaps I will just come for a visit sometime.
But of course, my home is always open.
She's gonna put a hand on your shoulder, give a little squeeze, and she pulls her cloak around herself and just walks away quietly.
Now he's gonna give her a few moments to psych herself back up to big smiliness. And thank you, my queen. That was a new one. And an old one at the same time.
The queen smiles and inclines her head. A fine gift of memory. My thanks. You are a deeper person than I expected, Salamander. For one so warm, there's an icy coldness in your heart. I approve.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad to have your approval.
Was that a doorbell I heard?
No, that was just my phone saying, hey, you got... Oh, in fact, let's see. What did my phone want to say to me?
Oh, she's gone.
It says it's doing... It says everything's going great. And my phone is saying, hey, keep it up. You're alive. No, it doesn't. It's just a dumb reminder. Sorry for ruining your god talk. I think I just turned her into an emo.
She did just leave.
Oh, did she? Oh, like, what did you do this time?
I basically expanded her horizons. She desperately wanted to know what ennui it is that could bring someone to the worship of the gods. And so I shared of I suppose, the deep, rich flavors of my incredibly cold past.
Did you share your tragic backstory with her?
I did, and thankfully wordlessly, because that would have made it very awkward. And apparently it resonated as a very mortal experience with which she did not quite understand. And I think she's just taken the first step on a very important journey. Not to darker makeup, although that is certainly appealing. I think she wants to be a god.
Yeah,
Huh.
Yeah,
Good
Well.
luck. I'm not sure how one becomes a god.
Concerned
wants to
looks
be
from the
godlike.
puppers.
Oh, right, she's from your realm. I'm very sorry. I mean, she seems very powerful. I'm sure she'll do a great job.
I guess she was basically a god to begin with, or growing into one, but what do you mean you talked her into wanting to actually be one?
Well, she apparently has always wanted to help lovely, squishy mortals like ourselves, but to believe that the help that one extends to, mortal life to be as simple as power and freedom. Which, sure, they're great. Don't get me wrong, big fan of power and freedom. She did not understand the compassion side, the coping mechanisms for loss, and the importance that loss has in shaping us as people in the future. I kind of just gifted her that moment,
Oh,
and she is taking some time to digest all of that.
that's a good thing she took yours.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yours were probably. She's a bit young for that story, I think.
I think
I
that
know
would
mine is
turn her
grim,
into
but
a
mine is
goddess
the
of
grimness of
rage.
Lost without the extreme terror and rage part.
Yeah.
Though I'm not really angry, it's I have to protect.
Lady, I've seen you fight now. You are full of rage.
Yeah, no, I definitely say that regardless of how you internalize it, it's still a rage, and that's okay.
Oh yeah, but I the same feeling for getting angry is there, but I've seen the difference between red and
Sure, I'd say
white.
there's just different degrees of anger, and considering she's probably never really experienced either of them, it would be a little bit intense for her.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, I got to do that high priestessy thing.
Thumbs up.
As you say that, Morgan materializes from the shadows behind you and drapes her arms around your middle. That was well done, Nahia. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you very much.
I simply state the truth.
Oh yeah, you were talking to like let me just ask. Is that bastard like from here or from
I don't believe he's from anywhere. He's an ASMR, or something close to it. He said he's a Deva, but I'm not quite sure what that is.
do you know what a deva is?
Oh, yeah! Kiri will pipe up. That's, the prime servants of a god. They're Devas. They're immortal instruments of their will.
Okay. So
Mm,
if you guys know that, then he says it's there. It's probably for your place. It just
can't be
whisper
from
low,
can't be from
quieter.
our place.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
we don't have
says
that.
he was descended from something called Pythoon. Oh, yeah, that's us. Sorry.
The fuck's a Pythoon? Is that a
God of
spitting cup?
trickery and mischief.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, that tracks.
Wait, trickery, mischief, and murder?
Just trickery and mischief.
Sometimes his games can go a little far.
Okay, I would like to just lower his voice really low and just leans in. He technically murdered a pregnant woman and her child, so
Ariel just gestured towards the queen. I don't think he really did. He took her heart, but that didn't seem to kill her off. She just popped right back.
not in this place.
Yeah, but we
Morgan,
don't know what
Mori?
happened in the other place.
Yeah, I was talking to Tarnavak. He saw just
Yeah, I
everything was
heard.
dead here, and so, yeah.
We still don't know what happened, though. And just because she was a skeleton there doesn't mean he killed her. You should never jump to
You're pretty
conclusions when we're talking about Pythoon. Things are
like if you're a
weird.
skeleton, Yeah, I will say this though: if you're a skeleton, and then your head falls off, and you're not moving, you're pretty dead.
A mortal's pretty dead. What about a fae, though?
Yeah, but what about? What was that he said? What was that word? Was it not rotting? It was I never heard that word before. There's some sort of high word for when bodies rot. So what again?
Decomposition?
Yes, that was the word he used. God damn it.
That's also something leaves do at the end of autumn, start of winter. Look, maybe
Yeah,
you should ask
so
the queen or the little twink what happened, rather than just speculating.
well, it's not. Well, I'm not speculating. I'm
You
literally
literally
reiterating
are speculating
you
as to
know.
what happened.
You do have this habit, Ursula, of speculating on things.
Okay, my bad. I don't think you should become. Don't think you must speculate. You should be right.
Dead silence.
Uh,
Carrie will just
it's-
reach down and pat Ursula's head again.
The demon summoning circle was an accident, and you didn't intend to do that.
I
The
was right about the
whether or
Hague.
not I don't remember. I don't recall. The Hague was so long. The Hague was ages ago. And we've done so much.
Okay. She speculated that what's it called? The Hague was afraid of Tarnavak's poke stick because when Ursula said that she was going to rip his heart out, and he was very careful to avoid Tarnavak's poke stick because he hadn't transferred to a sword yet. So she was speculating that there was something to do with the heart and the poke stick, and and everyone was just waving it off. There's been several fucking times where she has speculated and she had been right. Even if she couldn't, and back then it was, even if she couldn't word it intelligently, she hasn't been off the mark. And if I remember correctly, the Hague thing was a year and a half in advance.
Asshole, just shrug. I mean,
I don't know, maybe she's going to go and become the god of being there for you.
consolation? Or
Consolation and absolution?
consolation and comfort? That's a thing. That would be really nice. Because absolution is the only thing you can find yourself. Wow, where the hell did that come from?
Well, regardless of what she thinks now, if that dragon does become a god, it won't be for a long time, and she'll need guidance on her way. Mori will look to the Horniers. Something that we here are unfit to provide, but others may not be. Carrie will put her hands up. Like I said, gods really don't want me around them.
Did you steal someone? Did you steal their lunch or something?
Did you kill a god and then genocide a race?
Kieran will
I was
put
kidding.
a hand around her mom's shoulder and say, when Hagen went to sleep, Mom here was the one who tucked him in.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, welcome to the club.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
honestly,
you're
we
in
have
this
got
club.
the god in ourselves.
Hey, Nahia, you headbutted one to death.
We did kill Vulcanus and Teheg.
And
then
the
yeah, and I
time.
headbutted the time god to death. But it's fine because then Mori ate him afterward.
On second thought, maybe I'm not alone for once.
Like, yeah, we have a few. Oh, right, don't forget the blood cursed one as well. That was an entire chunk of a landmass.
Hmm.
Or he's just gonna take a step behind Nahia. Just increase the amount of beef between her and Caradwin.
Oh yeah, speaking of Mori, hey Mori, I tried to have your other part slash sister, pop up here, but no response.
That doesn't surprise me. If I were
I
in
know you're
her
a bit
shoes, I
shy
wouldn't
there.
want to talk to me. The other two got away without all the baggage.
I know you're a little bit of a wallflower, but that doesn't mean, you sort of have a, if she's been separated long enough to become, a whole, well, person, wouldn't that mean you got like a sister?
No, Ursula, it doesn't. That's not how this works.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. That's what I'm just saying. Yes,
Yes,
could
I'm
be.
telling you, no, it's not. Like I said, if I was her, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near me.
Oh, I'm gonna give Morgan a hug.
No, don't you dare, don't you dare.
A hug.
Kicky legs, flappy wings.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Mori.
It's not. I'm not being hard on myself. I'm speaking the truth. If we get near each other, we'll exchange memories.
And you don't want her to experience what you experienced?
Correct. Or rather, I'm sure she does not want to partake of it either.
Well, can you like be pen pals at least then?
Ugh. We'll see. Or maybe we won't. It doesn't matter.
Of course it does.
You
She's
could-
technically you/family.
You could ask one of these three to deliver a message for you.
Fine. I will write myself a letter, I guess.
I suggest him because he's the most charming of the bunch, I think.
Why would I not give it to my own paladin?
He's got that. I mean, he's got that Cassidy energy.
Yes, but paladin.
Yeah, okay. Hashat, let me question as to this. You have an easier time with Cassidy and, well, Cassidy. Who do you think have an easier time with Mori? Cass or Nahia?
Is this? I don't know if this Morrigan is the same personality as our Morrigan. I'm just saying this probably the best smooth talker of the bunch, probably.
First, why would you need a smooth talker? It's a letter. You give
Well,
it
for
the
delivering.
you give her
This
the
is-
letter.
Yeah, but you're delivering it to someone who might. I don't. It's fucking family shit. I don't know.
I appreciate your confidence in Twinks, Hashat, but I will decide who takes my letter. We will begin writing after a few moments. Just go sit down. It's gonna be a bit.
Well, how long is this party going to last?
Well, it's only been a couple of hours.
I think they said it pretty much lasts until we're ready to go. And we do have
Yeah, but
a
don't
lot of
worry, we
walking
can.
ahead of us. We could just kind of book it whenever. I don't think Selvi and the Queen would mind.
Yeah, we're just gonna really just look at get a sundial out inside the buildings and well, it's if we start now, it's gonna be late. We barely get out to the forest, so might as well just
Do we
take
even
the
know what
night,
time it
I
is?
guess. Yeah, look.
What is time in the Feywild?
And also, what do you mean getting out of the forest?
Yeah,
It's going to take us days.
yeah, that's what I said. I mean, just get to the forest from here.
I mean, that's
By the
just...
time we get there, it's gonna be night.
Is it, though?
Ursula just holds up the sundial and puts her thumb towards about.
We're
about
indoors! That
6
doesn't mean
each.
anything!
Just gives him a shit-eating grin.
Go stick your head outside, you thick-skulled dwarf. Go find out what time it actually is.
Just gonna go scoot outside and see what time it is. Just check, come back in and say, it's about half past cloud.
Yeah, it is. The clouds are thick and black outside. You cannot determine what time it is, if time has any
Yeah,
meaning
like-
here.
Yeah, so Ursula just said it's half past cloud, so I was right.
Look, what I'm saying is we can just leave whenever we want, and no one will care. Except maybe Sylvester and the Queen, who will probably want to say goodbye to Nahia first.
It would be polite to say goodbye.
Of course, I
Yeah,
will go
I
and
think-
do that now.
Yeah, I
I
think
will
the
also
Queen
go to
and
say-
Sylvester
Also,
would
don't
like.
forget to give Lady Morgaine hugs. She got sad that she didn't get one from everyone last time we left.
Okay, we can group hug Morgaine as well.
Cards. Skirt proper into a huggy time.
It is beef. It is muscle hug time.
Morgaine will grin ear to ear and return all of the hugs. Very, very tightly.
Oh, yay.
I suppose that means you're all heading out then.
Afraid so. We have
Good.
other duties to attend to.
We have a lot of walking ahead of us.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Nahia, I'll definitely see you before too long.
Indeed, get me a message with lots of time so I can come over and see Minnie Babby.
Will do. And I guess you too, Cass. Yeah, I should be there, I suppose.
They're gonna be precious little blue casses.
Yeah, just, continued mixed feelings about the everything.
That's okay.
Understandable. Thankfully, we've got a lot of time to get through all of that.
Yeah. Maybe I could use a goddess of just listen and make me feel better.
I open up them arms for a hug.
Cass will accept.
I'll listen to your troubles, Cassidy.
Yeah.
I know you guys will, but I don't know, there's a difference between venting in a prayer and venting to your friends or your wife.
If you vent to Mari, she's not going to tell me. Otherwise, I recommend Mithras. She's definitely got me through that dark patch.
Yeah. Sort of throws his hands up. It's also kind of different when the goddess just hangs out with you all the time. On that note,
Go with
Kirwin and
Mithras.
Maris did have a point. Worry, we'll just swish up and just pick Cass up under the arms and give him a squeeze. I'm always here to listen to your prayers and troubles, Cassidy. Yeah, I know, but never mind. I love all you guys.
Aw. Alright, we'd better hurry up and make sure the other ladies get their goodbye before we turn this ice throne into a puddle with our hugging. Tippy toe gives Salvary a big hug.
You get down tippy toe, she just picks you up, squeezes you between her cleavage, puts your hand on her belly.
Aw. Giddy Nahia noises and tells where she is.
Well, darling, I will see you soon, I hope.
Absolutely. I'm going to make sure Morgaine fetches me herself so that we do not get lost in weird Fey instances.
Good. And speaking of weird Fey instances, do take care with this barrow you're going to.
Will do.
The Queen will speak up at that and add, That, too, is a nexus to the Feywild. You would do well to watch yourself there.
I will keep that in mind. It's a good thing we have our good luck cast with us then.
Cass does a tiny meow.
Right, sneak a big old smooching from Selvi, and the queen will get that classic treat her like a queen kiss on the fingies. Although I'm sure I know where those fingies have been and where they're going.
Indeed. Very well. I shall send one of mine to guide you. She will extend a hand, and one of these great big blue hawks will descend from on high, perch on her glove. She will then hand off to Hashat, since she is the largest.
Nahia would be top heavy with bad.
Yeah, you can't have two burb. That's too many burb. Mori
It's
can't
a
have
lot
any
of
burb
bad.
because she is burb. Ergo.
Ergo bado.
Where it perches up on one of Hashat's shoulders. Or no, on a horn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Become ungovernable.
It was very nice to meet you, Queen.
Hmm.
And I look forward to seeing you again at Winter Night.
As do I. And you, Cassidy. You I will have back in the throes of frigid pleasure before long. Cass makes an uncomfortable horny noise. The queen...
Scaroused.
Yes, scare-roused. The queen runs a finger under his chin and gives him a wink. And the lot of you, if you are ready, may depart the Winter Queen's throne.
Sure. Do we run into the dragon outside?
Yes, Maris is in fact sitting on the stoop just outside. She's hurriedly tucking something away into her pocket as you open and close the door behind you. So I take it you're leaving then?
Yes.
Indeed, we have more god-related stuff to handle.
I'm sure you do. Well, until next time, and there will be a next time, I will simply wish you the god's own luck.
Oh, thank you very much. And when you come by, make sure to bring snacks for the kids.
That's another thing I have no experience with.
Trust me, you will. If you hang out with us for long enough, you will be inundated in precious bab.
I look forward to new and fascinating things to learn and break my heart over.
Oh no, these ones will just melt your heart in like entirely good ways. They're sweet.
You see her start to say something, then just click her jaw close, shake her head. She will step in and give Nahia another hug.
Yeah, it gets a big old squeeze in his back.
And as for the rest of you, it was lovely debating you. I look forward to meeting Chimekoat someday, Hashat.
Yeah.
No,
I'm sure her and
I think you
Saracina would
could.
love to meet you.
I think you would like to meet my son.
I suppose I should look forward to meeting, as Nahia said, quite a lot of children if I come to visit.
Oh no, well, he's not. He's not a baby. He's adult.
Well, adults I can deal with sometimes. Maybe not as well as I thought. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Till then, little squishy things, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Fare thee well.
Take care.
Give you all a slight bow and step back into the party as you head for the gates. And now you have a journey ahead of you. Not a particularly long one, but a journey nevertheless, and one that is less fraught with peril now than it was before. But I will need some travel rolls. Outstanding. Luckily, you have advantage.
Hey,
I was going to say, hopefully I have advantage for that, for those navies, so I'm good.
oh boy, here's
All
time
right.
for survival roll here.
More nat ones. More nat ones.
Well, we are teamed up on this.
Discovery!
Oh shit! God damn it!
Yay!
One of the only shit left. God damn, one of the few fucking discoveries left in this fucking
Literally the
woods.
last
And
one
we
of the
run our ass.
campaign, and you managed to get it. Good job. And
The
one from
dichotomy of the
Hashat.
dice.
Yep. Yup. Oh, let's see. Did Kina step away?
Kinathis.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, it's 4:15, so I think it's dashing a bit here and there.
Well, I guess I'll make Kina's roll for him. Let's see. Athletics, I guess. Yay!
God damn! Well, shit, son.
Double discoveries on our last journey roll of the campaign.
Based as
Well,
hell. Alright,
I mean,
well, I had an idea for one, but I feel like a double discovery deserves something special. And it is already like 10:15, so I guess we'll call it here, and next session will open on a double discovery.
Sick.
I couldn't have asked for better. Good job, everybody.
That was very fun.
Yeah, I'm genuinely shocked you managed to blow 3 hours just sitting in the party room. Excellent. Now we definitely are going to hit session 169. Boy. Well, let's do XP, I guess. That thing that we always do.
indeed. Well, breaking good.
Alright. Did you explore a new interesting location for the first time?
Not really.
No, you. Kino, look
The
at the
depth of the
dice
soul.
log. Look at your journey rolls.
Oh no. That's horrible.
No, it's fine. Look,
That's advantage and
you advantaged
Yeah,
away
we've got
the random
we've got
encounter.
advantage. What it actually means is double discovery. There was no failure.
There's no failure. It's just a double discovery. So the very last travel roll of the campaign, the double 20. Now we get to start with that next session. So I need to prepare something special for it.
Okay.
So yeah, did you discover new interesting truth about the world?
Yeah.
Like?
Well, apparently this is the only world out of 3 that has dwarves.
Yeah, that's true. You are, as far as you know, the only world with dwarves in it. Congratulations, you're unique and special. Did you make a new ally or a lasting enemy?
Yeah, I think we've made an ally
Yeah.
of that lovely dragon lady.
Yeah. Maristella Skaldnaria is now your friend. Slightly emotionally scarred, but your friend. Did you advance or complete a quest? I don't know that.
Yeah, we did the rolls.
I don't think that the post game was a quest.
Yeah, no, I don't think so this time. Did you discover a new page in a companion story? Well, I will say, unknowns to you, you have indeed done so for the future. So I will give you XP for that.
Pen paling the Morgans.
Maybe. So, 3 XP. I'm curious, where are you
So-
guys at now?
642.
642. Alright. So that would be, let's see, if we'd actually been doing, like, normal levels, where would you actually be? 350, 450.
Let me count. That's 1, 2.
Yeah, you'd be like midway through
3.
level 13.
No.
Yes.
11 is max. 12, 13, 14. We gotten 3 ASIs.
I know, but that's as if it was doing just every. So you got one at 400, which is way earlier than you should, just because that's nice. So really, the next one would be at 450. The next one would probably be at like 600. So yeah, you'd be in level 13.
This is hilarious because we haven't gotten more powerful, but we have gotten stronger.
You've definitely gotten more powerful. And the ASIs are probably more potent than levels unless you're a spellcaster.
Hit dice, I tell you.
I mean,
No, but-
that's resilient.
I'm
Having more
sorry,
hit points is
level
not power.
12 shit unlock. Level 12 unlocks proficiencies, spell levels.
No, that's level 13. But yes, level 13 could have been huge, but not. I mean, you really wouldn't have gotten it until pretty recently, anyway.
I could have gotten 7th level
Class,
spells.
Yeah, 7th level
Yeah,
spells
and
would be
then,
huge. That's why I
class-
said unless you're a spellcaster, in which case, yeah, spell levels are huge.
Yeah, and level 12 ability shits from
I mean,
classes.
Level 12 ASI is just you got 3 of those instead. I think that's a better deal.
No.
Unless you're a spellcaster.
Yeah, but like I said, that's I was saying like level 12 usually gives some classes some.
No, level 12 is an
less.
ASI in every single class. Look, let's go open up the Barbarian on D&D Beyond, and
Yeah, level 12 is ability
Yes.
score increase.
Yep, it is an ability score increase and nothing else. Oh wait, you do get 1 extra rage at
yeah.
level 12. Oh boy.
Mhm.
I would get an extra 6th level spell slot.
Mhm.
I think.
And 13, I would have gotten
Yeah,
proficiency
13
and
is a level
decrease.
that actually matters for every class.
Yes. Yeah, 14 is path feature.
Yes. Anyway, I hope you guys had fun, and we will see you next week for Double Discovery and then the first step in Herona's little thing, whatever that may be. Finally acquire second Borb. Or will
Orb.
you?
Maybe?
Could it be the chance for the
Dun,
legendary
dun,
double
dun.
Borb?
Double Borb.
Or would it be
I'm
quad
excited to
Borb since
find
you
out.
have Voron
Actually,
and a
wait.
Mulak?
Actually, wait. I never get. You actually never get a second 6th level spell slot. Oh, wait, no, you do. At 19th, you get a second 6th level spell slot.
Yep.
Yeah.
High level spell slots are very hard to come by in 5e.
Yeah, they are.
Anyway, if you're watching on the stream YouTube, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Till then, adios. Do take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.